Hello there, it's Heider. Long time no see. I know I've not been having much time to share any videos or do much on things. It's mostly personal stuff. I don't wanna. I don't know if I should be discussing my life in here or something, but let's just say I'm not having enough time that I used to have in the past for a few reasons. When my mother passed away in December, I took my father and brought him back with me into the house. So that's one side where I have to give him constant care. So that's one thing. And the other bit is I signed up for a 9 to 5 job just to keep my head busy. Anyway, so obviously we need just not just to keep the head busy, but it's just basically there's a lot of expenses there, a lot of stuff going on, and I need to get back onto that job. So hardly any time to do this, but now it's 5:30 p.m. So we're going to start discussing or working on my project. So I've done design. I started the design back in December or October. Well, I won't say October, but December, January. I wanted to do something, but I just had no time. I started design, being week in, week out, trying to put things together. Still in the design stage, but the idea is we are going to design an audio instrument, and we're building it from scratch. And you might find it useful for you to learn how to do this and to work with your own stuff, but I am going to give you a lot to work with and to experience and to come up with your own project if you like. And I'm actually designing this whole thing to make your life easier. Once it comes out, hopefully within a month or two, then I should be able to share with you, and you can probably get one yourself and then work with it and to do your own things. But anyway, for now, what we're going to do is focus on working with audio chips. So first things first, we basically ordered a from Mouser. I have what's the camera? Let's just switch the camera there. Yeah, so basically I have from Mouser ordered, just going to cover my details. From Mouser I have 2 chips coming in, which is the DAA 5242 and TAD 5242 and the TAA 5242. And what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to solder them in. Well, not learn, basically just solder them in nicely like that. So at the moment, as you can see, we have the little, well, the chip is actually that size, so I'm just going to take that out. I've taken one out, I soldered it already, but I just wanted to share with you, in case you like to know how to do this. If you want to learn, you're learning step by step, so. Yeah, very good. Yeah, I'll probably skip this bit. Yeah, sorry. So now we have the chips, as we can see. Very nice. So that's one chip here. And you can see how small that is. That's the chip we're going to do. And this is a TA, I'll check the system in a minute, but this is it. It's 24-pin chip, that's one thing. And so just gonna, so this is now fine, and back into the box. So we'll do the TAA 5242 and the TAD 5242. So we're doing 2 chips today. that we don't need anymore. I think we're done. Let's be on the safe side. Yeah. Right, so now we have these things, but these are the chips we are going to discuss well, at the moment. Just going to get some light in. Very good. Okay, now that you cannot work with when you're doing things like Arduino or Raspberry or whatever it is, and it's very hard to kind of solder that in and do stuff with it. So the best thing to do is we need one of those to actually make the pin goes into a dip kind of thing. So the idea is we take the chip, solder it here, and then we solder these into headers and female and male headers in there, and then we have a working chip to do decoding or encoding for the audio. Why are we doing this is because, well, I'll explain it in a minute, but let's just carry on with the soldering part. So if you're into soldering and you like to learn how to solder things, watch this video. This video is mostly about the soldering part of the TAA and the TAD5242 chip, which is the latest and greatest from Texas Instruments on the audio instrument, well, audio design, audio instrument, well, encode, decode kind of thing. So, yep, I'm just going to use a microscope for now. I love my microscope, as you know. Probably know that already. Yep, glasses off, and we'll switch the display. Good, okay. So, now we got the chips in here. Okay, and what we need to do is what they call tinder pads. Tinder pads means we put solder in here, and on this occasion I'm also going to put solder in here as well. The reason, because if it's got a ground pin, it's not going to get stick quite quickly nicely, and sometimes it may appear that these pins are connected, but when you remove the flux it turns out to be not really connected or have connection issues later on going down the line. So it makes sense to, for me at least, just to solder that side and then that side. So just going to put solder this up, put some tin it all up from that side and that side. Also notice this bit in here, just going to zoom onto it now. You can see it's not really clean, and if you're going to continue like this, these pins will not stick, and that's the last thing you want to do, because you want to look like a nice bally kind of thing from here down to the ground. So what we'll do, we'll put some flux and then tin the pads that side, well, all sides basically, and then we'll see how that's going to go. So first things first, let's do it this way. And let's just focus on that. Can you guys see? You should be able to see that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so we're going to tin the pads this side first, and so flux first to begin with. First of all, I'm going to clean it up. Always clean it up, you never know what's happening. Other side. And now the bottom side. Always do this step, even though you think it's not necessary, but it just removes the oxidization and stuff. Isn't it really needed for that stuff, for that sort of work? Good. So back to where we came from. Fantastic. Okay, so now we're going to start tinning up the pins, and I need the solder here, and that's perfectly fine. My favorite temperature is 350 degrees. That looks good. That's what I like to see. Okay, flux. Where is Mr. Flux? Here we go. Flux 1. Come on, turn. What's wrong with you? Flux 2. And flux 3. And we did that. That's fine. And yeah, that's good. This is all good. Yeah. Now I carry on. Again. Not this. That one. You might think it is a waste of time, but believe me, this preparation stage is crucial for the work to be done. That's a stubborn one. Looks like it's a bit dirty. Yeah, now see that last one? That will cause you a nightmare if you're going to keep, if you attempt to solder this in. So I'll clean it up first. And then flux. And then finally, oops, touching my there. Exactly. So that's fine. Don't worry about the bottom side, I know. This is fine. Yep. Fantastico. Good, so all these pins are tied up now. So now we're going to do this side. So now, as you can see, the chip is kind of balled up, ready to go. And now I need to take care of this side. So flux on that part. Just assist it with a little heat. And now we will Okay, so the question is how we do this, you might ask. The tip of the iron I'm having is quite thick, as you can see, and that carries a lot of heat on it, and it makes my life a lot easier. How are we going to solder? Obviously people can work with thinner ones, but this is a really good one when it comes to that sort of work. Also, what I'm doing is I'm putting a ball of solder in here, and just not scratching the board, just very close to it, letting the ball touches the pin, and that's what makes the tinning quite an easy process. If you scratch it, you're probably going to pull the solder out and stuff like that. So that's not what you want. So now we have that in place, and the chip is kind of nicely ready to go. What we need to do is turn this upside down. I'm not even going to worry about bridges on. Where is he going? Stop going away. Bridges on that side here. That's not going to matter because you'll see it now. The pin will take a lot. So what we're doing at the moment is kind of getting this, fairly close, not 100% right. And with the heat, it's going to pull the chip, to align to the pins nicely. So we're going to just push it down just gently. Clean up your tools, otherwise you don't want to get that stuck to the thing. And now I'm going to start with hot air. I'm using 350. And it should come up soon. Let's close in on it. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to do this. Okay, don't worry. See that? Oh, is that the chip on the other side? That's the right side. Yeah, and that looks good. Exactly where we want it to be. Good, there we go. Just let the chip cool down. Make sure there's no, bridges in there. But that's it, there you have it. It's working. It's now installed. We can have a look. See, that side is brilliant. This side is good also. This side, where are we? Perfect. And the last side. Perfect. Okay, very good. Now, so I'm going to clean up the clean off. It is hot, but it's fine. We should be okay. Don't worry about the barbecue sound you might hear. Yeah, clean up the flux after work. Otherwise, it'll heat your connections. Flux is corrosive. Right, so let's have a look now. Now's a proper inspection. So these look connected, definitely. These look connected, definitely. And the same here. Yep. The same there. Is that pin? I'm not sure about. It is fine. I don't like. I mean, it's definitely connected. This pin you see here. Where is it? My tweezers. There we go. See that? It is definitely connected. Got that bulge in here. It's definitely connected from underneath. But I'd like to get that to go here. That looks like a ground pin to me. So let me try to do it this way. Definitely there. Yeah, it's definitely connected. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, and that side, this side, let's just quickly glance at this. I'd like to have more solder on this side here, these 3 pins. So yeah, it's easily done. I'll show you how. So you see that? Yeah, they look flat, don't they? So flex a bit. Good. Little solder on that side. And now we'll just do the magic. Definitely better than before. And that's good enough. Now I'll clean up. Just get that out. Yeah, very good. Okay, so now we have this in. Everything looks fine and connected nicely, etc., etc. Now what we need to do is test for leaks. Sorry, test for shortages. Always do that. Don't never assume that you're Superman. Things can go wrong. We know these pins are connected 100% to the. So these rounded ones are connected to the chip. The question is, are they connected inside to each other? So they shouldn't be. So yeah, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, they're not connected. That's good. And good, perfect. Yeah, that's all good. Wonderful. So this is all good so far. So now we have also another chip we soldered in before, and I need to kind of, well, let's do the same test on the safe side. There shouldn't be any leakages. Good. So no, good. Perfect. So these are all good to go. So now we connected everything there. What we need to do is to create a header pins. So in essence what we're going to do here is I need a set to go like that, break here, another set to go the opposite side and break in here again. Good, so these two here. The same for the other chip. Good. Now, these are going to go downwards. So from the bottom side and here, and let's see what the pin 1 is. I want it from pin 1, so we are on the money. So pin 1 here. I don't think it matters much, but I'm just being a pain in the neck again. Okay, so now we're going to solder that in. Good. Okay, so let's move on. We'll solder in one pin only at the moment because I just want to align the pins first. Did you come up from? You're not nice there. Yeah, thank you very much. Good. Now, carry on. So, now let's just change the alignment. That looks like a little bit bent. Just don't hold it from that pin, hold it from the bottom side a little bit. And now we are there. Good. Same thing for that bit. Oops. Right, that looks not well, almost straight. Isn't it? Yeah, almost now. That looks straight now. And looks good here, looks good there. Looks good everywhere. So that's good, that's one. The second one, same thing. Pin 1. Where's pin 1 gone? Huh? Where are you? Pin 1. Yeah, I think I see it. That's it, that's the one. So we're doing this side and that side. Good. So right, so now let's just fix this one. That looks, oh, kind of almost. Yeah, that looks fine. Good. Now I carry on. So I'm going to solder them the rest of them pins. You should be able to see what I see. Good. One. Okay, so stage one is done, and the other side we're not going to do the same pins downwards. Why? Because imagine if we put the we're going to mount this on a breadboard like this one. Then you want to have it going from one of the sides to the other side, but not, well, this goes in nicely here, fine, you can see that there, but when you try to do this side, they're all connected, so we don't want that. So we're going to have a female type pins going upwards to save that day. So it should be easy now. What's going on there? Oh, okay. Yeah, anyway. Right, so we're going to carry on. So we'll do the female type pins. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when you do 6 pins, if you're going to try to cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you're going to try to cut on that line here, there is no chance on earth you're going to get that done. So the chances are going to damage that, and you're going to lose this whole side. And that whole thing's going to get checked in the bin. So the right thing to do is you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, cut the 7th pin right in the middle of the 7th pin. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the 7th pin, cut in the middle of it, there. And that will give you a good pin here, and also you should be able to just cut the bad part here. and that's it. It's all nicely connected. You can sand that down if you like, that's fine. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's not enough. Let's get this one. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Now we're just gonna clean it up. Probably done that one already, didn't we? Yeah, so I got 3 good ones now. So now we'll get these kind of connected. So that's going to go here, 1 and 2. So now we're soldering these backwards. But to do that, it's probably best if we do a mount. That's just something you can learn from a little trick there. No, that's not the right one. I need that there. Hold on. Yeah, come on. Sorry. Yeah, good. So let's turn you. There was something underneath there somewhere. Do we have anything? Yeah, okay, gone. Good, okay, so now we'll do this. That's one. And the other side. So it looks nice and square. And I'm just going to turn it upside down and then solder this way. So it's all nicely aligned. With these sort of connections, always do a big tip for the soldering, because smaller tips don't carry a lot of heat and you end up staying too long on the pin and burning it and burning the plastics underneath. That's not something you want to do. So got a little small problem there. Anyway, take it off. That's one. Yeah, it's on the plastic, so that's easy to come out. Good. Perfect. Yep, that's good. Second part. One, Yep, and we're good. So now we have two chips soldered in. Yep, the TAA, the TAD 5242, as you can see on the screen. The TAD 5242 is now soldered in, and the next guy is the TAA 5242 soldered in as well. So now we have a very nice system. Now you might ask yourself, why exactly we're doing this for? So let's just get this cleaned up first, out of the way. Yeah, you might ask yourself, why are we doing this for? The reason, when you design an audio instrument, obviously we need a source, and when we have two chips in there as the beginning of the whole project, we need somewhere to read the stuff from, well, let me just explain in English. When you listen to a headphone, you have your jack going into the source of the music, and then that goes into your head. But with these, what we'll be able to do is intercept that. So what happens is, the jack that goes, the audio source that you listen into, will connect the analog audio to this chip, the TAA 5242. And then it will it will convert that to digital signal, high quality digital signal, and then send it across an I2C channel or SPDI just I2C or I2S data, and that data will go to that chip. That chip will then convert it back to analog and then send it out to your headphone. So because this chip is way too fast, you will not even feel a thing about how this audio is actually happening. Why is that happening? Why are we doing this? Is because in the middle we'll start building up on top. So we'll have the audio instrument design, we'll have the OMAP talking to the both chips, we'll have the whatever you need to give digital signal to, will be there to listen and process and do stuff. Also we can say, don't go from here to there, just go to the chip and then back from chip here, so the chip actually does kind of handle that kind of connection. So this is where we're heading with this, and that's where we start. So we need to start somewhere, and I hope that kind of makes sense. So this video is about soldering those two chips, and the rest will be following up hopefully as we come along. So it's an OMAP design, and the big design I'm actually working on is going to happen soon. I've been working on the design for a while. Hopefully we should get something out fairly soon. Well, within the next couple of months I should have a product to share. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk later. Thank you.